So in this section, we have looked at various patterns when unit testing our components. We have looked at state changes. So we have methods that modify the value of one or more properties, and these are really easy to test, as you have seen in this section. We also looked at forms, event or output properties, and interaction with services. These are fairly easy to unit test. However, there are a couple of limitations with unit tests. If your component is using a router, it's not easy to unit test that. You need to run that component in the Angular environment, which for this course, I'm just referring to those kind of tests as integration tests, even though you may argue that they are unit tests. But irrespective of the terminology, you cannot test those components with routers using the techniques you have learned in this section. Another limitation is around template bindings. So if we set a property in a component, with these unit tests, we cannot ensure if that component renders that property or not. Similarly, if we click on a button in the view, we cannot ensure if the corresponding method in the component is called or not. So for these scenarios, we're going to load our component in an Angular environment. So Angular is going to compile the component with its template. It's going to inject the dependencies, and then we can get that router and put a spy on it to change its implementation. And these are the topics for the next section.